Welcome everyone. Welcome to our town hall this evening. Guess we better hold us a little bit closer here. What we present is, as Jim said, we present some information that you need to know when others try to explain to you the benefits of socialism. We'll also be presenting our Founders Freedom Scholarship tonight. It's our first annual one, and we're very proud to present that. And we'll be doing that in just a few minutes. Our local Tea Party, the Mankato Tea Party, started in Kalamazoo over 7 years ago. On the 15th of April in 2009, about 800 rallies were held across the nation, not from any central place. There was no Tea Party headquarters. It was just groups of people, middle Americans, who were upset at the way the government was going. They were worried about debt, worried about unconstitutional governance, and it was a very peaceful rising. That's where we came from. So many of the original activists, though, from the Tea Party have gone into elected positions, everywhere from U.S. Congress to township level, school boards, and everything in between. And some people say that's the reason why we're in such a turmoil this summer. I don't claim that, but some people do. So what we've found, though, since the experience that we've had the last several years, working within elected officials, trying to get people elected, trying to get things done, was a couple major problems, I think, that we see. Those problems are in education and how our unique American government works. And the other one is a growing lack of morality. And by that I mean the rules by which our civilization conducts itself on a day-to-day basis. I believe that much of our problems with morality is connected to the lawlessness of our government, but that's a discussion for another day, and maybe another time. So, the Mankato Tea Party, though, in the last year or so, we took a survey of all of our members. We have approximately 185 in the area that are correspondent with us. And we decided that one of the most things that we can do, and one of the effective things, is to have an effect on education. So basically what we did, we started doing town halls. And for instance, we did one a little over a year ago on Prop 1, which we weren't the only one in the state. Several other people did the same thing. And it went down 80% no, 20% yes. So it can be effective. Educating people can be very effective. We decided to offer our scholarship. And that was the idea, is to stir interest in research into the founding of our nation amongst the students. And of course we started with the high school students, but it's our intent, and I had a conversation with one of our guests earlier this evening, it's our intent to see if we can move into the junior high or the lower grades and get people interested in what the founders did, what a remarkable time it was. And basically by my own research, I'm remark about how they were just like us. The same questions that we ask today, they asked 240 years ago. So there's really nothing new as far as that's concerned. So, but anyway, let me close with a couple of quotes from our founders 240 years ago. I have my handy little pocket constitution here, which all Tea Party members carry, right? So John Adams, our Constitution was made only for moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the governance of any other. From James Madison, who was the fellow who was really the founder of the Constitution. A well-instructed people alone can be permanently a free people. And from my favorite guy, George Washington, the father of the nation, and his quote from him is, a primary object of education should be the education of our youth in the science of government. In a republic, what species of knowledge can be equally important? And what duty more pressing than communicating it to those who are to be the future guardians of liberties of the country? So, again, we have these available. You can pick one up on the way up. You have more purchase or they're free. But you can give a donation if you want to for them. But again, welcome and enjoy your evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gene. You did say that donation word, so I'm not going to say it again. At least I'm not going to right now. The next individual I'd like to introduce is the chairman of our scholarship committee. This committee was put together and did a tremendous amount of work in determining criteria, planning, and follow-through. I'm very proud, I think we're all very proud of the work that this organization has done. I'd like to introduce Mr. Tom Kopritz.
Mechanically challenged here. There we go. Thank you. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Very good. Thank you. My name is Tom Kopritz, and I was part of the Education Committee. And at first, I'd like to start by introducing the rest of the committee. If you would all please stand up if you're part of the Education Committee, and I'll rally you all off. We got Jean Clem. This is my wife, Gail Kopritz. She puts up with me all the time. Dennis Weber. We have Lorraine Root and Rose Rook. We've got Todd back here, Pete Cornish, and Todd's wife Dorothy. And that's the Education Committee. The Education Committee formed about a year ago with the desire to confirm that the next generation of Americans understood the founding principles of our nation. After a series of brainstorming sessions, the idea of encouraging an essay was approved, and the Founders Freedom Scholarship Award was developed. The next phase of the process was to define the essay topic, the criteria for evaluation, the grading process, requirements for participation, some publicity for the event to get participation, and the size of the financial scholarship. The essay topic was, why was the Bill of Rights required for the ratification of the Constitution, and is it still relevant today? The requirements for participation was that any public, private, or homeschooled senior in the Kalamazoo or Van Buren County areas who plan to attend a secondary education, which included college, tech schools, or apprenticeship programs. They were all eligible to participate, and we also asked that they be American citizens. The criteria for evaluation was relevance to the subject matter, creativity, grammar, accuracy to the facts, and documentation of the references. Essays were to be submitted by April 15th, contained 750 to 1,200 words, and then they were logged. The author's identification was removed, the essay was assigned a number, and it was a blind evaluation. The grading process was the numbered essays were delivered to the evaluation committee for preliminary review and grading. Then the entire committee met to review, discuss the essays, and totalize the final scoring. Entries were received, I think it was the part my wife edited. We received several essays, and the grading process sparked much discussion among the judges. We are pleased to announce that the winning entrant was unanimously voted upon among the essay judges. The prize was determined to be $1,776, 1776. And they didn't want to bring up donations, but at this time I will. At this time I would like to acknowledge the individuals, the clubs and businesses that contributed to this fund scholarship. And we'd like to invite people to contribute to next year's scholarship. That can be done at vancalteaparty.org and follow the scholarship link. And you can also make checks out to the Founders Freedom Scholarship LC3. And if you want to give a check today, I said give it to Todd right over there. We believe this scholarship is an excellent way to make the youth of America stop and think about what has made our country great. If you or your organization would like to contribute, see Todd or the webpage. And now, with further ado, the winner of this year's scholarship is Odin Odekirk from Mattawan. And Evan. I got the Odekirk right. I was on the last name.
Your wife must have edited it.
Yes, she did. And we actually have a special guest that would like to talk about Evan real quick, and it is State Senator Tanya Shoemaker.
Well, thank you very much. I just want to tell you that you couldn't have picked. I did not know until a couple of weeks ago that Evan was your finalist, or your winner. And just a few thoughts from me. First of all, my daughter actually went to Madawan School, and I know we have Mr. Eastman from the school, so thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Eastman. My daughter went to school with Evan, and she came home one day and she's like, "Mom, this guy is running for student council and wants your endorsement." I've never had somebody from the student council ask me for my endorsement, so I gave it willingly, and he won the election. I think it's because of his own outgoing spirit that he won. And then he also came up to Lansing with me for a day, and he also has been assisting me on some campaigns that I've had. So you have a real, it's nice to see the next generation getting politically involved, and so you have a very good scholarship winner this year from my personal vantage point. So I just wanted to say that, so thank you.
Okay, so now it's time for photo opportunity. Are you one of the counselors from the school that promoted him?
I'm the principal.
You're the principal?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very nice of him to take time out of his
It is very nice. So why don't we all come on over here in front of the flags? All right, real good.
Mom gets better than.
Yes. Okay, so anybody that'd like to take a picture, go ahead and we'll get some official ones here.
Look that way first. Okay, now look this way.
You've done this before.
Thank you.
Very good.
Just spin 90 degrees. I'll get to it.
Yeah, that's good. And I also want to say that it's probably Mom that got Evan interested in politics, because when he came up to Lansing with me, you brought him to a Rand Paul rally.